First of all, I think I should preempt this by saying I never believed in therapy to begin with. So I was one of those that like, I'm perfect just the way I am. I don't need any help. And so all that fear was there. And I brought that up to her attention as well. That was one of my fears coming in. That I don't think anybody else is going to be able to help me in some ways. Because I don't know where I picked that belief up, but it was a belief that I had. So yeah, that was a challenge fear, I would say. And is this putting the vulnerability, putting myself out there and being vulnerable was also something I wasn't looking forward to doing, or would I be able to express my feelings? So yeah, there were fears behind coming for me, and different for her, I'm sure.
And for you?
Yeah, I think there was a mixture. There was definitely some fear and some anxiety, but there was also some excitement about, okay, there's hope for us to really work on these areas within our relationship. And it was a huge, I think, just the first hurdle, Massimo wanting to come and for us committing to do this together was a big first step, and that felt great to begin with. And then I think from there on we just got more comfortable with the group, more comfortable with the dynamics of what the program was about, why we were here, and that dissipated and we ended up in celebration.
Yeah. That's great.
Well then, did you feel like the goals that you had for the group or for the class got fulfilled? Did you feel that you accomplished the goals that you wanted to?
As far as the goals for the class, yeah, I do believe we fulfilled some of the goals because our communication has gotten much better and we fight much less. And actually we went from a period of time there after the introduction of the class where we didn't fight at all, and we actually thought, well, this is working a little too well. and we thought we were actually doing something wrong because we went through about a month and a half where we didn't put either of us in a timeout, or that never arose in us. We're like, okay, well, what are we doing wrong? Why isn't that? So yeah, the goals, and I don't think it just stops here. I think it continues. We see this as tools to take into the future, of course, to see long term and using a structure that's helped us already and it'll continue to help us as we go through life.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel that we met the goals that were that I had for the class, and I could see things progressing too, maybe continuing on in some format. But it feels that our communication has definitely improved, and that was a big thing. It's something that we're still working on, but now we feel like we have the tools to utilize to continue to do this work that we started, and that feels really good.
So really, probably the last question is, were there benefits to taking the class that surprised you, that maybe you didn't expect when you started, but you found that there were some things that helped you in the class or the practices that were maybe surprising to you?
I think the biggest thing I drew out of it is when I first came to the classes, how many other couples were having the same experiences as I was, going through the same things, some of the same insecurities, some of the same patterns. So we weren't alone. So seeing that helped me break out and be more communicative and able to express myself a little better, not only with her but also in the group. And going through the exercises, I also saw how nice it was to be able to let go of patterns that we had for many years, many relationships built and believed in, I believed they were protecting me, but it was doing the actual opposite. It wasn't protecting me. It was doing the opposite. It was hurting me and hurting the relationships, not only this one, but other relationships that I've been in. So that was surprising to actually see that it worked, that working through the steps was helping, And something, like I said before, it was a fear that I had, that this cannot, you have to work it out yourself, that nobody else can help you get through this. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think we also discovered that taking those tools with us to utilize them for homework or to be given an exercise to kind of work on at home, it was taking it out of the context of just the workshop setting and bringing it home with us. So we were really integrating it into our lives. And I think that was really helpful to have the homework or some some assignment that we were kind of working on, and it brought it really current for us. And that's what I think we'll continue to take with us as we move forward, is some of those assignments and kind of utilizing when we're trying to make an important decision, that we have those tools with us.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Super.
Okay, that was a good